Alright, hello class 2017, it's Dr. Brinsey here. So I'm going to walk you through the experiment that you're going to do out in the hallway in just a few moments here. Or the one that we tried to do on Friday and were unsuccessful with. Or maybe moderately successful with. But, alright, so what we're going to do, the first thing is we're going to start by working with two post-it notes right here, these two. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have my Easy Data program. It's open already, my rangefinder is on, and it is going to be pointing toward the lockers like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this back and forth until I find the 1 meter mark, which is about right here. Okay, so this is 1 meter away from the lockers. So I'm going to take my post-it note, put it down on the ground. There we go. And then I have to do the same thing for 2.5 meters. So I'm going to open up my rangefinder, step back here to 2.5. We're getting close. It's about right here. This is 2.5 meters. So I'm going to put a mark, my other post-it note on the ground right here. And now I have a mark here and a mark here. Good. All right, now for the next part, we're going to be making 3 graphs. And these 3 graphs you're going to sketch on page 169. Now the first graph will be of me walking from the 1 meter mark back to the 2.5 meter mark, walking backward. Now all that time I'm pointing the rangefinder toward the lockers. Now to get your graph started, what you need to do is you need to hit the start button right here. Okay, start right there. And sometimes it will take data right away, but most of the time it's going to ask you if you want to override your previous data. Once I hit the OK button over here on the far right, it's going to start taking data. Okay, so I want to be in the ready position when I do that. So here's what this will look like. I've noticed that the rangefinder takes really good data when my calculator is actually on my other hip, like this, okay? So I'm going to have it on my far hip. I'm going to hit the OK button, which my thumb is already on, but once I hit that, then I'm going to slowly walk backward. And it should take me about 5 seconds to get back to that 2.5 meter mark, so here we go. So really, really slow. It's almost like a tiptoe. Okay? There we go. And I'm at 2.5 meters. Now, let me zoom in on the calculator here. So when you do that, notice that it makes a nice straight line here. Now, right after you sketch this graph in the top right-hand corner of page 169, you need to find 2 data points. We can hit our right-hand button. Okay, and what you'll see is you're going to start seeing a cursor right here. It's going to start appearing on screen. Now in the top left-hand corner, you're going to have an X coordinate and a Y coordinate. You're going to write those coordinates up there for point number 1. Once you have a point number 1 on page 169, you're going to come up to somewhere further on. So I'm just like holding the right-hand button down until my cursor gets somewhere close to the top right-hand corner. Maybe about right there. Okay, so that's my point 2. Again, I'm going to write down my X coordinate and my Y coordinate for point 2. From there, I should be able to calculate the slope of this line. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for walk number 1. Okay. Then you're going to do, let me back up. Then you're going to do a second walk. Your second walk is going to be very similar. You're going to have to start your graph all over again. But this time when you're starting the graph, you're going to be walking forward at a very slow pace, like this. And about 5 seconds later, you should be close to your 1 meter mark. That will be walk number 2. In walk number 2, again, you'll have a graph. It will look different than this, but you're going to find a point number 1 again with the paddle, the right hand, the right left toggle points. or direction controls. You're going to find a point number 1. On the opposite side of the graph, you're going to find a point number 2. And with those 2 points, you should be able to calculate the slope of that line. Okay. That's what you do for the second walk. Now the third walk, I'm going to come back here over to the 2.5 meter line. Right here. Now the third walk is going to look similar to the second walk, except it's going to be faster. And then when I reach the 1 meter mark, I'm going to stop and keep on taking data. So that's what this one might look like. Notice I'm walking much faster, and then as soon as I get there, I stop and I let it continue to take data until I stop hearing it click fast. That should be about 5 seconds total. Okay? That will be walk number 3. That's what you'll show in the third graph on page 169. Okay? So you're going to have 3 walks. The first one is slow going backward. The second one is slow going forward. And the third one is fast forward and then stop. Okay? All right, everybody, now we're going to go out in the hallway and we're going to see if we can do this. Good luck.